What's up, everybody? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. As you guys read in the title of this video, I just wanted to quickly go over the top 3 stocks that I'm currently looking to buy and trade in the 4th week of April in 2018. So today's April 22nd and Sunday, and usually on Sundays, guys, I go through all my watch lists. I develop a strategy for the upcoming week based upon the most potential that I see in any particular stocks and ETFs that I trade. And this is what I recommend to anybody that's serious about trading in the stock market, investing in the stock market. You should dedicate time on Sunday to plan out your trades for that upcoming week so you can perform, as best as possible, so you can be as confident as possible, for that upcoming week in the stock market. So without further ado, guys, let's just hop right into my platform and talk about the top 3 stocks that I'm looking to trade this upcoming week. So the first one you see right here, guys, is ERY, and this is an energy bear ETF. So this ETF is another inverse ETF, guys. It's a Direxion daily energy ETF, and the inverse to this one is ERX. And these two ETFs, ERX and ERY, trade based upon this particular index right here. This is the Energy Select Sector Index, ticker symbol IXE. Whenever this energy index goes up in price, whenever it's bullish, right, the bullish ETF goes up in price, which is ERX. And what we can see here is that these two charts are pretty much the same, ERX and IXE, right? And whenever this particular index goes down in price is when the bear ETF becomes a better play. And the bear ETF is the one that we're watching this upcoming week in particular, because we saw a huge sell-off from $52 all the way down to $38 where it's at right now. And like I say in all my videos, in all my swing trading videos, whenever a stock goes this far down in price, whenever it sees a huge sell-off of about 25%, that opens up 25% potential for profit for anybody that's looking to, capitalize on that particular opportunity in the stock market. So we saw that huge sell-off, right? That's correlated with this particular index's, huge bull run right here. We saw the consolidation here on this particular index at $670, between $670 and $700, and now we saw a huge shoot up to $740, and now we're seeing some hard consolidation on this index, right? And what we're going to be looking at very, very closely on this index is that if it's going to break below this 180-day 4-hour chart EMA line. And why we're doing this in particular, guys, is because if it breaks below this EMA line and starts to form that downtrend, that is when ERY is going to become a better play, because once it confirms that downtrend, ERY is going to confirm that uptrend. It's going to start to spike up above that EMA line and start to form that uptrend. And we see it already consolidating right here for the past couple of days, the past 1, 2, 3 trading days. This particular ETF has been consolidating at roughly $37 to $38. So that's some hard consolidation on this particular ETF. But also what we're going to be watching very, very closely is that if IXC does bounce above this EMA line and starts to, push back up, ERY is going to continue to go down, and we're not going to end up trading it. We're not going to end up buying it. So that's what we're going to be looking at very, very closely for this upcoming week. But if we go back to ERY really quickly, we can see that it is at a support level. It's reaching the lows of $34.80 that it hit a couple of months ago. This was actually in January 25th of 2018. It hit lows of $34.80. So we're reaching that support level, which is a very good sign. That means that there's less, there's less room for loss than there is for potential for profit. So this offers, like I said before, this offers about 25% potential for profit if it does reach the resistance levels of $50, but it only offers about, 5 to 6% potential for loss if it does fall down to previous support levels of $34. So you have to, understand that this offers more percentage of profit than it does percentage of loss, and that is a good thing when you're looking at something to trade for a week or two. If you're looking to swing trade any particular stock or ETF, you have to pretty much identify the potential for profit and see if it's more than the potential for loss. And if it's more than the potential for loss, that is a good start for anybody that's looking at ETFs or stocks to invest in. So that is the first stock that the first ETF that I'm looking at right now. And let's hop right into the second one. So the second stock that I'm looking to trade this upcoming week is Apple. Apple saw a huge sell-off. Let's just cover this one very, very quickly because it's actually very, very simple based upon the previous, price action, the previous technical analysis that we've done on this particular stock. So we see that there's a clear resistance level on Apple pretty much at $178 to $180. It did peak above that and hit highs of about $183.5 a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago. This was yeah, about 1 month ago on 3/13/18, it hit highs of 183, and then we saw a huge sell-off to $167, and we saw some strong consolidation at this particular price point. Then we saw another shoot up all the way up to that same resistance level at $180, and this was actually very recently. Yeah, this was last week. This was actually 5 days ago. It got rejected by this same resistance level that it hit, and it hit and broke below a couple of times already. So we saw it hit here at 180, hit here at 180, then it fell down again. Here at 183, then it fell all the way down back to that same support level at 163, and then it shot all the way back up to 180. And now we saw a huge sell-off, and it's hovering right around that same support level at $166. And this is why we're watching and looking to trade this one, and we're watching it very, very closely to see what it does on market open on Monday, whether it's going to consolidate at this particular price point at $166, $165, or if it's going to break below that and start to downtrend from where it is right now. So we're looking at that very, very closely, right? So what we're going to be looking at very, very closely with Apple, guys, for this upcoming week is that if it consolidates at this particular price point at 166, which in my personal opinion I think it's going to, because this is a strong, very solid, valid support level for this particular stock, and it does have an earnings report coming up in May. I think the earnings report is May 1st. I'm not sure if that's confirmed yet, but if you do want to play Apple as an earnings play right now, it is kind of risky. I'm not advising anybody out there to do this. I'm not a financial advisor personally, but this is what I'm thinking about doing with this particular stock. I'm thinking about playing it for its earnings call because it just dipped about, let's see how much percentage that is. Let's see how much percentage that is from 180 to 165. It dipped about 7% from $180 to where it is right now at 166. And pretty much like I said before with ERY, that is 8% potential for profit that opened up from where it fell to 180 to 165 where it's at right now. So pretty much the gist of this Apple trade that I'm looking to make, I just want to see it consolidate at 166, and if it does that on Monday, if it doesn't fall below that, I may be able to I may look into taking a position on this one, maybe on Tuesday, right, or Wednesday, but I'm going to be looking at it very, very closely. And if it does break below this support level at 166, I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to, put any money into this particular stock yet, but we're going to be, paying a very, very close attention to this particular stock. So that is the second stock that I'm looking to trade in the fourth week of April in 2018. Let's quickly hop into the third one, and I'll get you guys on your way. So the third ETF, this is actually a pair of ETFs that I'm keeping my eyes on for this upcoming week, is JDST and JNUG. So JNUG is a bull ETF, and its inverse is JDST, which is the bear ETF. And these two ETFs, they trade based upon /GC or gold futures. So where I am right now in New Jersey, the futures market opened at 6 p.m. Eastern time, and this pretty much just shows you how they're going to perform or where they're going to open up for that upcoming week, right? So this is what we're going to be looking at very, very closely on Sunday nights when we're doing our research in the stock market, planning our week, planning our trades, and doing things of that nature, right? So what we're looking at very, very closely with this particular, this particular commodity right here, gold futures, is the particular pattern that it's on, right? We saw that it was creating lower lows, which was indicating that it was on a downtrend right here, indicated by this particular line that I drew out. We saw that it topped off at 1362, bounced up here at 1313, bounced back up here, then created a lower low, which is indicating that it's on a downtrending pattern, right? And then it created another lower low here at 1306, but here it was able to bounce up, It was able to bounce up to 1363, then it bounced up again at 1327, and what that indicated, right, is that it's no longer downtrending. It's now on an uptrending pattern because it's creating higher highs. And when it's creating higher highs and gold futures are going up in price, JNUG becomes the better play because it's the bull ETF. So why I'm looking at both of them in particular this upcoming week is because of this particular pattern that it's on, and I want to see if it's going to hold this particular pattern that it's on. So like I said, it's creating higher highs. It bounced here at 1303 all the way up to 1363. It created this higher high at 1323, 1325, bounced up to 1370, which is another high. And now it's looking to bounce at this particular price point of about 1335, 1330, and that's where I'm looking for it to hold above and bounce at if I'm looking to trade JNUG this upcoming week. And if it does bounce above this particular price point, it does hold above 1330, 1335, and it does start to form an uptrend, that indicates to me that JNUG is going to be a good play for this upcoming week, right? And if we look at this 5-day, 5-minute chart, we see that JC/GC took a huge hit these past couple of 5 days. We saw it topped off at 1360, and it went all the way down to 1330, 34.8 where it's at right now. And like I said before, if it does bounce above that particular support or that particular trend line that it's on right now, this particular trend that it's on, and it does create a higher high and start to form, that's when I'm going to be putting money into JNUG. But if it doesn't, right, if it breaks below this and it breaks below the 1330 support level that I have drawn out right here, because this is a known support level for gold, right? It bounced here at 1330, bounced here at 1330, and let's say it breaks below that support level, that is when I'm going to be looking at JDST, which is the bear ETF, right? And if it does break below that, it does break below 1330 and starts to downtrend, JDST is going to be looking like a very, very good play for the upcoming week in that potential hypothetical situation, right? So we look at JDST right now, and it's actually looking very nice. It's at a low right now. It's at $47.80. And like I said before, it dropped from $60 all the way down to here, which is about, let's see how much potential that is. See, that's about a 20% potential that opened up, 20% potential for profit that opened up due to this falling all the way down to where it is right now. And when we're swing trading, that is very, very, that's looking very, very nice if you're swing trading and you see a stock or an ETF that fell down that much, 20%. And that just opens up potential for profit, like I mentioned in my previous videos, right? But if we look at JNUG itself, this one's a little bit more risky in my personal opinion because it's already shot up from $13 all the way up to $16 where it's at right now. And we're seeing a little bit of a break below the EMA line if we're looking at this 180-day 4-hour chart. So what we're going to be looking very, very closely for this upcoming week, guys, is how /GC performs, because that is what's going to indicate and dictate what these two ETFs are going to be doing. So what I'm looking at very, very closely, like I said, just to summarize it for everybody out there, maybe you skip to this part of the video, is if this particular price breaks below the support level of $13.30 or $13.30, that is when JDST is going to become a very good play for this upcoming week. But if it bounces at this particular price point of $13.35, $13.30, and starts to form an uptrend, which I believe is possible because we saw a huge sell-off the past couple of days with /GC, that is when JNUG is going to become a very good play. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found some value in it. If you did, make sure to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I show all of my profits on that particular Instagram. It's down below in the description. I would really, really appreciate it because I'm trying to take some of my YouTube subscribers and build a bigger audience on Instagram, so we're on multiple platforms. I want to just expand this community in general. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, found some value in it. Hopefully everybody out there has a good week trading in the stock market, doing anything that they're passionate about, doing anything that they're working very, very hard at. And let's make some money this week. Good luck to everybody out there. Peace.